What's going on, guys? This is Induced Rhino here, back for another commentary on Forza Motorsport 6. So finally in ages I've uploaded like 2 videos in like 2-day period. So yeah, that's good. And yes, this is finally gonna be another car review on the 2015 Lexus RC F. So this is a really good car, and it's already become pretty popular in motorsport, and even used as one of the safety cars in Australian motorsport V8 supercars. And this is a really good looking car also. So let's take a look at the stats right away. Let's not get into too much detail yet. Okay, so we got speed of 6.9, so that's pretty darn good, I gotta say, for a sports car like this, Japanese sports car, yeah. We got a handling of 4.9, so that's alright. Not too much lower than the speed, I guess. Acceleration 7.7, so that's pretty good acceleration. And 4.8 braking. Okay, so we got 467 horsepower, so that's pretty good. 388 pound-foot of torque, so that's also alright. So they sound pretty good, but this is where it gets dodgy, the car. This is the big problem with the car. The weight, 3,957 pounds. I mean, what were the Japanese thinking when they added all that weight? I mean, you wouldn't even want to add that much weight if this were all-wheel drive. That's just too much weight. That just kind of ruins it, I just gotta say. But not really ruins the looks, just ruins the way it handles. Like, steers, doesn't really steer very well. Steers like an all-wheel drive, sort of, kind of, not really. And it's quite lurchy. And 55% of that shocking amount of weight is on the front. So I still just can't believe that weight. It's like nearly 2 tons altogether. That's too much. They need to reduce the weight by like 2/3 of a ton. Yeah. Alright, so anyway, nevertheless, so looking at the car, so it's got a really aggressive look at the front. I like the look of that rear grille, the shape of it, from the top to the bottom, and I like the angry look on the headlights. They look good, and they look nice and bright, sort of like you got like 3 lights above it, and the light down the bottom looks like a Nike tick on the other way round, as in from the Nike logo. So I really like those headlights, and I like how they're bright, and they're very bright. Okay, so opening the hood. So behind this we have Lexus's 5-litre V8 engine made by Lexus F. And yeah, Lexus F is just the engine company. Sorry about my breathing. It's just an engine company that makes the engines like BMW M, Mercedes AMG, all those. Like, you know what I mean? Lexus F is just like what supercharges the engine. So when you look at the side, it's got a nice look to the side, and it kind of reminds me of the side of a Toyota GTA 6 or Subaru BRZ design. I don't know. Or Scion FRS, whatever you want to say. And that doesn't change the look. I like the look of the side of those cars. And the rims look pretty decent. They're not really that sporty looking, but they're decent. They get the job done with the looks, I guess. So yeah, and at least you get that ceramic blade behind it, and brake caliper with the Lexus badge on it, but not the F badge, where you have the big F badge up there, which is what I like, what they add to let you know this is an F model, because you can't, because apart with the looks. Okay, so popping up the wing, so it's nice. It's quite cool, even for a car at this price. So let's open so yeah, if you look at the back, so the back does look like the back of a Toyota GTA 6, because you have the GTA 6 badge there in the British version, but in the American or Australian, you'd have nothing there, because it's the A6 GT, and you have the Toyota badge where the Lexus badge is, and the tail lights look similar and look decent. No, they actually look pretty good, sorry, like, just like the match look of the headlights at the front. And the 2 exhausts down there, nice to add that design instead of just 1 exhaust on each side, so that's good. Yeah. So yeah, when you look at the side, so it's like the part of the tail light also meets from that side, like you can see some of it from that side, so They look good. The tail lights at the back looks nice, just like a Toyota A6. Okay, so when you step into the cabin, you're introduced with these nice white cloth seats, which look really nice. And yeah, the interior overall just looks really smick, even for a Japanese car, because Japanese cars are just known for making reliables, like with just normal, regular, everyday, cheap interiors you're gonna find. But this one is just really good, because yeah, Lexus is known for having the best Japanese interiors ever. So that's good that there's a car company that there's a Japanese car company that makes like most of their cars are sports cars, just like Mercedes-Benz and BMW, how most of their cars are sports cars. And overall, this interior looks nice, like that part. So it's like some of the parts look more like futuristic, like no, not really futuristic. Only the clock looks a little futuristic. Like some parts of it look fancy with all the aluminium and that clock and all that, but this part just looks normal. Probably the only normal part of the interior with normal pricing. And steering looks nice too. Lexus badge, and like so you got some silver. Let's start it up. Okay, so we're hearing the 5-litre V8, and yes, when you turn the engine on, the gauges with the silver thing around them do go up. They look nice. And overall, the sound of the engine, it's not the best sounding engine. I've heard a better sounding V8 engine, but it's decent. It's like it'll sort of attract your neighbours, the sound. Yeah, so overall I like this car, the look of the inside and out, but just the weight, even seeing the weight would already make you think that it'll ruin the drive. Let's find out. Oh, okay, so alright, so here we are on the drag strip. So yeah, like I said, looking around the car, side, back, looks like a Toyota GTA 6, and looks nice overall. And I like it in black too. Alright. So we just listen to the sound of the engine one more time just before we take off, to see what it sounds like outside. So yeah, I said not the best sounding engine, but it's decent. Right. Just got to 60 miles per hour. Okay, let's get to 100. No, we'll just keep going. Oh. No, never mind, we'll stop. We have to do this test. I just think that already I just think that usually it takes pretty quick to get from 0 to 60, then 100, then back to 0, and then like most of the track we do just drive along it. So we'll do it one more time probably. So we have half the drag strip to just drive along and get a top speed instead of like 3/4 of it, because I just think because it takes pretty quick to get from 0 to 100, then to stop, and then we got most like 3/4 of the drag strip still left, so I just probably leave that with half, and I wouldn't know what to do with the first one. Okay, so we're at 120, yeah. How far can we get? Yeah, we got 134, so that's not bad. That's pretty good. And yeah, I said I liked the sound earlier on. I said it was decent, and I like the acceleration's pretty good, and the braking is alright too, and it drives pretty well on a straight, I gotta say. When I got this in Forza Horizon 2, I really liked this car for having a look at the interior, a look at the outside. I liked it for the looks mostly, and I liked the look for driving it, like around, just free driving it, not really fast, but just around, sort of around Nice when I did that test drive video, because it was one of my first Forza Horizon 2 test drives, and I had to keep recording it over and over again because it failed for some reason with Game DVR, but finally I got it, and I did not get tired doing the test drive because it was a pretty good test drive car. Because usually if you would have to keep recording stuff, you get tired test driving the same car, but no, I did not get tired test driving this. Is a really good test drive car to drive out in the countryside or the city. So yeah, when you're turning, we're expecting to see a bit of understeer because of the weight, and so that's what ruins this car, that you cannot really drift in it. Or can you? Look, in real life, okay, in real life you can't, because it just like, it's like with, it's sort of like when you're trying to drift when you're drifting at a slow speed, because it sort of slows down and becomes a lurchy drift, very lurchy, so it's not very good drifting. So you'd have to get a lot of weight reduction on this to do that, and drift build. Why don't I do that in Forza Motorsport 2? Or why don't I do it in this game? Well, too late now, because that sleeper build I did on the Datsun is going to be the last build I do till next week. Okay, so yeah, speaking of that, if you have not seen the update video, please, and if you like my channel, if you watch my videos and you haven't seen the update video, please check it out. I really appreciate it. So yeah, the interior, as I said, looks nice, like the top part of it, like where the gauges are, the steering wheel, and the entertainment display, and the sort of center console part where the air conditioning vents and that white clock is, look nice, like nice and modern. But like below the part with the air conditioning vents in the middle, the air conditioning vents in the middle that are right in between that little white clock, like just normal parts, I guess. And the look of it, the outside, I like, not only do I like the look, but I like how it has a similar shape to the Toyota GTA 6, and it's like based off a coupe model of the Lexus IS, and I like the IS too. I was planning on testing the 2013 IS 350F Sport, but then I thought, nah, just one Lexus will do, and that will be it just had to be the RCF, because it's slightly better looking. It is slightly more powerful and slightly faster. So a quick review on the car, I'd say 7 out of 10, because it's really good looking, it already passed that, and it drives fairly good, but not really with the steering, because due to its heavy weight, like if they could reduce some weight, I'd give it a better mark probably, so it could steer better and I could drift better. But anyway, that wraps up the video, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.